everybody, welcome to City and County Credit Union's Tip Tuesday. My name is Bailey and I am so glad that you're tuning in. This month, we're dedicating our Tip Tuesday to celebrating with our community. Because at City and County Credit Union, we not only want you to feel welcome, but safe walking into our doors. Because regardless what makes you uniquely you, we want you to feel safe and excited to be authentically you every single day. That's why this month we're excited to celebrate Pride with our community. And if we learned anything over the past few years of change and celebrating being different, it's how important resources are in our community that connect each other. And so today, I'm really excited to introduce you to Gay for Good, a not-for-profit dedicated to connecting volunteerism with the LGBTQ+ community. Come with me. All right, hey everybody, I am so excited to introduce you to Gay for Good, and we're gonna dive right into it. I wanna know more, what's it about, what's your role in Gay for Good? Tell me all the details.
So Gay for Good is a national organization with 20 chapters nationwide. Our mission and goal is to provide a volunteer network for LGBTQ+ and our very valued allies to provide service and volunteer hours with throughout the local communities. Our goal in doing that is to provide visibility, inclusion, and provide belonging in spaces within our local community.
Mm-hmm. And I love that you included also the piece on being an ally, because for me, what I've learned is people don't feel like they can dip their toe in and they don't know where they belong. And the fact that you guys just take everybody with open arms, I mean, that's just exactly what your organization is about, and I love that.
Right.
So I would love to know a little bit about you and how you got involved.
Sure, yeah. So Gay for Good came to the Twin Cities area in 2015. And my wife and I volunteered at what I think is one of their first events that was sponsored here. It was a park cleanup. And quite honestly, I got hooked.
I love it.
A couple of years later, I became a local leader. And what our local leaders do is we plan many of these events that we do. And in the last couple of years, I recently got an opportunity to serve on the national board as the secretary. So very proud, very invested in this work with volunteerism. So.
And so do you get to work with chapters all across, the nation of all the different chapters?
Well, not yet.
Okay.
Our executive director, who is out of California, and her staff typically is a great support for all of our chapters nationwide. I do get an opportunity to go through our national board and a variety of other virtual events that our executive director puts on for all of our chapter leaders across the country. We get to engage, share best practices, share stories, all of that kind of stuff. So it's, we're really invested locally, but it's our executive director and the national board have really done a good job, and we continue to try to improve the camaraderie across our national chapters.
I love that, and I think the power of community is so huge, which is why I want to focus on the Twin Cities. And so if I want to get involved with the Twin Cities chapter, what does that look like?
Yeah, you know what? I hope we make it pretty easy. So I would recommend that you visit our website at gayforgood.org.
Okay.
Do a little drop-down screen or drop-down field and choose the Twin Cities. And right there you can find all of the events that we have scheduled at the time. A lot of good, wonderful photos, our mission statements, all of those types of things. I'd also encourage that maybe you follow us on Facebook, so Gay for Good Twin Cities. And if you want to get on our email distribution list, going to the website and click on Join Us Today and provide your contact information. And when we schedule a variety of volunteer events, we'll send those out in emails so that we'll remind you that way and send you other updates as well.
One easy peasy.
Yes,
very
exactly.
painless. And I will say, I took a peek at the website and I saw an upcoming event at Second Harvest.
Yes.
Which is a big partner of ours as well. So I love that
great.
It's just everybody's connecting.
Yes.
And from an organization standpoint, because we also serve large organizations, small businesses, and what if they want to do a company outing or they want to find, ways we can better serve the community?
Yeah.
Can you guys serve as a resource?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we actually have many companies. June is a big month for people reaching out to us, but we're available 24/7. But emailing us at twincities@gayforgood.org.
Okay.
And a couple of our lovely local volunteer leaders manage that email website, and in our monthly meetings we review many of the requests that we get, not only from specific nonprofits but also companies who want to partner with us, and I don't really want to say this, but maybe use our expertise in coordinating volunteers and all of that. And so we're available for that. So if that's something that folks are interested in, please reach out to us and connect with us through our email. We'd love to hear from you.
And so I would love to know, with that said, what is one project that you guys have done here in the Twin Cities that is your shining moment? You're so proud of it. I would love to hear.
Personally, that question's kind of hard because it changes almost with every event that I attend. But there was one with Free Bikes for Kids Minnesota. That's kind of a favorite one of ours, and me personally. And we had an opportunity to participate in one of their bike giveaways. So where we're connecting with the families, helping the kids find their bikes. That was just extraordinary, and some of our local leaders participated in that with me as well, and I think that they would say the same. So that is one of my favorites, a big standout.
I love that. We actually took part in one, which is why this interview is just so phenomenal, because the way we all connect and sometimes don't realize we're all at the same place, like the difference we're making is so impactful. But seeing kids drive away with a bike that they've never had before, I mean, goosebumps.
Yes.
And this is a bonus question that I would love just to get your thoughts, because like you mentioned, June is a big month, and we want to be an ally. We want to make sure that we're supporting. So I would love to know, what does Pride mean to you?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. You know what? Pride is really it's definitely a celebration. And I don't want to sound cliche, but it is also time to remember and honor the folks that helped us get here, right? The ever-present uprising at Stonewall. All the legislation that we see. I mean, we are not, we're not particularly political, but all the legislation that we see that are in support of our LGBTQ plus folks, particularly around our folks in our trans community, that we all need to get around and support. Minnesota's a great place to be. We know not always in other areas of the country. So with every step forward, we have to make sure that we strengthen those steps and keep that forward. I think that's what Pride means to me, and I think that's why Gay for Good is so important for me, and why I got hooked, is that we have an opportunity to get out within our community, show who we are, support other community members, both in the LGBTQ space, but also in the greater community too. And that's how we make connections, and that's how I think we can really make a difference. So
wise words. And I think it was just so perfectly stated, because what we believe at city and county is we want you to feel welcome but also safe when you walk into our branches. So that was so well said. So thank you for that impromptu question. And as we wrap up here, how is the best way to get in touch with you, Gay for Good? What are my best resources? I know you mentioned Facebook, email, but maybe just repeat those.
Yeah, sure. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, which is Gay for Good Twin Cities. Our website is gayforgood.org, and then just check the chapter drop down and check out the Twin Cities. And then, of course, you can reach out to us via email directly, and that is twincities@gayforgood.org. And by the way, the 4 is spelled out. It's not a number like what you see on my shirt.
And with that, everybody, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this very special edition of our Tip Tuesday. Thank you for being here. We're going to link all of your contact information in the description so people can get connected. And just as a reminder, be you, be bold, be different, and we're here for you along that way. Thanks, everybody.